Welcome to the Polarion Accelerator Shorts mini-series. Today we're going to take a look at the multi-level traceability table widget. Within Polarion's live page functionality, we can create and use the widget for the multi-level traceability table. If I scroll down, I'll be able to see this here, the multi-level traceability table, and we can add it into my report. There's various different configurations that we can use within here. We can select the work items that we want to start with on our left-hand column, and then there's a whole host of other configurations that are available. I'll just select our system requirements so we can work with these, and of course we can filter this down using our query terms of any of the fields that are available within our Polarion project. We can see straight away that as I click apply, it's then giving us some feedback straight away so we can see what we're working with within here, and we can correctly see that all our system requirements are on the left-hand side there. Within the first column, I'll give it a name as well. We can also decide what item fields we want to show. So I can select these from the list here. So if I wanted to show the perhaps description and the due date, I can select these. Select OK, click apply. And again, we can see some feedback of the options that we have available within here. I can keep scrolling down and we can see that also then when I'm selecting these items, we can see the item sidebar fields that are going to be shown as well. So that gives you a lot of configuration control within this particular report that we can see. For my additional columns within this one, I'm going to use some test cases to show you this working within here. We can select the link role, so we can select any of our items that are verifies, click apply. And straight away we can see now the filtered list is taking us down to the items that are linked between the two. So in this case, our system requirements that are verified by our test cases that we have within here. We can of course use different link directions if we wanted to select the different ways in which those could be working. What we can also do when we're looking through these different lists here of what we want to be able to show is that we can see and display the last test execution results within here as well. So I can select yes on this one, again, click apply, and straight away now we can see that actually I've got my system requirements alongside my test cases, and I can also see the latest verdict of these as well. So it's really, really useful information that we can display within this particular reporting style. If I wish to, I could also add in additional columns. Within these additional columns, I can again provide a title for this one. If I call this one defects, for my link type, I'll just clear that out as well, and we can see now that our column of defects that we'd have within here, my item types, if I wanted to then show the issues, we'd be able to see these. So if any issues did arise, we'd then be able to see these in the list here as well to give us that instant feedback as we're going through our particular development process. I can save this report, and this report is now available for users to be able to select within our spaces. I've got it saved as a shortcut for easy access, but we can see now straight away that our system requirements and our test cases, and if we did have any defects, where they'd be raised within there as well. But as we can see correctly, that these particular test cases have all had a successful passed verdict. Another example of what we could show using the multi-level traceability table view is if I was to make a change to this one that we'd created earlier. I could actually decide to show perhaps my system requirements and how they may relate to some risks. Those risks will also have some additional field data that perhaps I want to show in this table format as well. So within here, if I just scroll down and find my test cases column, I'll change this one to my risks. I'll clear out my verifies link direction that we have there, and my item type that I want to work with. If I select risk from the list here, I can click apply, and straight away again I'm getting that instant feedback. That column that we have of defects, perhaps I actually want to clear this one out, so I can click delete on that particular column that we've got there. Now what we can actually do with this, as we're searching through the work item fields to display, and we've got the work item fields to display as table columns. So I can actually select within here, and perhaps I want to select my different options that I have as my fields within the risks. So if I was to just go through and select my detection rating, if I was to select my new detection rating, new occurrence rating, new risk priority, new severity rating. And I can select a few of the others within here as well. Once we've got them on this right-hand side, we can then change the ordering of what we have within there as well. If I wanted to add in then my occurrence rating, because I can see I'm missing that one, I can do so. And likewise with my risk priority that I have as well. If I just find this one and add it in, again, I can change the order around within there. I can select OK, and again, I can click apply, and now straight away we can see within our table report that actually we've got our system requirements and the corresponding risks that may be linked and associated to them, and then the additional table columns that we have shown within here as well. So I can click save on this report, and again, any user will be able to navigate to this report now, but we can see how our system requirements with their associated risks, and we can then see our detection ratings that we have against this and our risk priority. And if any analysis had been done against this particular risk, you'd also then see the new detection rating, new occurrence rating, risk priority, and new severity rating within there as well. So very, very useful reports that you can use, configure to your own needs for the information that you'd want to be able to see and visualize as you're working through your particular processes.